Thank you for watching this video training from www.intouchemr.com, the fast, integrated, and easy EMR. Visit our website for a demo and a free executive briefing on the 5 blunders to avoid with EMR.
Hi everybody, this is Nitin Choda over at www.intouchemr.com. Now in this video I want to talk to you about the depth of diagnosis and how it can affect reimbursements. And now this video, by the way, may be more specific to your billing staff. So if you're a clinician watching this, I think this is going to be very valuable, but I think you definitely want your billing staff to be able to watch this. Whenever a claim is submitted from your documentation system over to your billing software, keep in mind that your claim has what are called as different line items. What do I mean by that? You're probably going to be, if you're a physical therapist, you're going to be, let's say, billing for a 97001, billing a 97140, perhaps billing a 97018 if you're a physical therapist. These are called different line items in your claim form. Now it's important for each of these CPT codes that you are billing for, it's important for each one of them to have what's called as a supporting diagnosis. Here's what that means. Let's say you're doing all this for lumbago, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, is 7242. So what happens is you're putting in the number 1 in the diagnosis pointers column of the CMS 1500 form next to 97001. So now you're telling the insurance company that you're submitting this to, or Medicare, whomever you're submitting it to, you're telling the payer that this evaluation was done for this particular code, 7242. If you have another code, I'm just coming up with a random code here, 7248, and you put in 97140 and you put the diagnosis pointer 2, you're telling the insurance company that the second CPT code, 97140, that you're billing was actually billed for the second ICD code. So ideally, your claim form should give you different boxes for different ICD codes, which all billing softwares do. But more importantly, and this is big because not all billing softwares have this capability, all your different CPT codes should have specific diagnosis pointers linked to them. So that's what a supporting diagnosis means, because the diagnosis pointer within your claim form, when it actually shows up in your claim form, where does it show up? You either put it in manually if you're submitting paper CMS 1500s, or you can do that electronically if you're using an electronic billing software like the one that we have, which is fully integrated with intouchemr.com. That, by the way, includes all these capabilities. Each CPT code, once again, should have different diagnosis pointers associated with it, which means it should be associated with different diagnosis codes. So for example, you're now telling the system 97001 was done for the first ICD code in this claim. Now you're telling the system, the payer, that 97140 was done for the second ICD code that's billed along with this claim, and 97018 you can go 1 and then you can go 2. So you're now telling the system 97018 was done for primarily for the first ICD code and secondarily for the second ICD code. Having different diagnosis pointers specific to different CPT codes in your claim form, so that you can link the CPT code with that corresponding diagnosis, that is called depth of diagnosis. And with the right depth of diagnosis, your chances of getting paid increase, because you're now telling the payer why you are doing what you're doing. You're justifying what you're doing, because you're not just throwing a bunch of ICDs and CPTs at them. You are actually going into a depth of diagnosis using the diagnosis pointers column that does exist in the CMS 1500 form. If you look at a CMS 1500 form, you'll be able to see the diagnosis pointers column adjacent to every CPT code column. And unfortunately, most billing softwares, in fact, I know some of the biggest billing softwares in our industry, they actually do not have the ability to allow you to link different billing, different ICD codes to different CPT codes. They don't even have the ability to allow you to provide and to document depth of diagnosis, which I think needs to change. We have those capabilities in our billing software over at intouchemr.com, and visit intouchemr.com if you'd like a demo And even if you don't use our software, we'd love to send you a free report on the 5 biggest blunders to avoid with EMR. It's a free full color report. Go on over to our website and request it. We'll be happy to ship it over to you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you can start taking advantage and start documenting depth of diagnosis, because that's a better way to document, that's a better way to bill, that's a better way to provide proof to the payers that we are legitimately billing, and that's a better way to get paid. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you over in our channel for additional videos that'll help you become faster, more efficient, and simplify your life as far as EMR billing and coding is concerned. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching this video training from www.intouchemr.com, the fast, integrated, and easy EMR. Visit our website for a demo and a free executive briefing on the 5 blunders to avoid with EMR.